Um, this one was yeah. I think I was like cruising in the early game, and then Viego just was getting resets and stuff, and then they just came back and won. So
You, you,
trying to see if
you
if I played a part in that.
want me to start from the mid again then? See where it went wrong?
Yeah,
Sounds good. Okay, I won 101. Did we get the first dragon? Let's see. Forget. Let's see if you press tab. Yeah, this looks obviously fucking awesome. Do dragon on spawn. Awesome. Base for try ASAP, which is what we do. Awesome. Phage component. Awesome. Press tab here so I get some information. Por favor. Let's see if it happens. I mean, your early
dude,
game's
I feel
going
like I
well.
pressed tab, and then and then I watched the VODs, and I'm like, dude, I never pressed tab.
I
In the
mean,
game, I
your
feel like
early
I
game was
pressed
well.
it.
Look here, the game still looks like, I mean, 6 to 7. So, oh, wait, 6 7. Anyways, your early game's going well. You're
Yeah,
202, but it looks like the game is still pretty even though, like map state wise. I still haven't seen you press tab, so we'll see. Close. That would be nice. Cleared. Yeah, wait, let me go back. It makes sense that you open top because you see him getting ganked. I think normally if this wasn't happening, maybe once you see he's safe, you could pivot and go like Raptors, Wolves, Gromp like this, so you could path upwards toward the objective. That'd be nice. But you went here to make sure he doesn't get dove, so I won't complain. Maybe now here's when instead of doing Krugs, I would just after Raptors now I would just pivot like this, go Krugs, especially because our top laner just TP'd back, right? So I think Raptors I just go Raptors
hmm
insta Herald and just start. You know you have a huge advantage on the jungle. You know you currently have been in top prio. It's one of the things where I always say this is guaranteed objective. You always want to do it because it's guaranteed right now. But 30 seconds from now, you don't know. Maybe your top laner gets solo killed. Maybe your mid gets solo killed. Maybe Malphite is forced to ult to escape something, and now the Herald fight losing because we don't have perfect conditions, right? But right now there are perfect conditions. Mid prio, top prio, ult up on all three of us. Life's good. And it's not like this gave you anything. Like yeah, there's nothing to even base for. You're basing for a ruby crystal, right? So why even base? Okay, let me press tab now and see. I'll pause. You finally pressed it. Okay. So winning, but this guy outscales. Dead even doesn't matter. Losing, pretty even. So it's pretty honestly, it's a pretty even game. I'd say the only reason why I'd consider this winning is because you have 3 grubs and 2 dragons. That's the only reason why it's a winning thing. Besides that, obviously the gold's actually completely even. So but they do scale better slightly just because of ASOL. So I think the game's even, but being even when you get outscaled is losing. The only reason but you have an objective. So I would say this right now it's like 55-45. We'll say it. They'll say you guys are slightly favored in this game.
okay.
Bot trades, you start Dragon Herald on spawn, perfect. Now we should just full clear down and play for a Dragon on spawn. That's the game plan. I would just base now, play for into Dragon, perfect. There's a fight. I would be when I see my teammates doing here, I would be spam danger caution pinging. It's not even hindsight. You see them walking in the river, you're nowhere nearby. Especially because if I'm you, I don't want to. This is start Dragon. I want to Herald mid tower, get Prio, and then go to Dragon, right? Um,
hmm
it's really common to whoever gets mid prio gets river control, and there's no easier way to force prio than to herald the tower, right? Because then they're literally forced to be here to catch the next herald, so it doesn't get a double crash. Uh, so here when I see you going through mid, like if you're like it's one of those things. It's not that complicated. If you're going through mid, then these guys have to play safe and slow, and we should group like this. And if we're going through bot, it's the opposite way. Then we should go like this, and then Malphite has to walk safe and slow to connect to us, right? So if we're going through
Yeah.
jungle opens to bot, these guys play confident. Jungle opens to mid, then these guys play safe, and mid plays confident. But in this case, your bot's playing confident when you're not opening to them, which isn't your fault. But you have to be spam pinging like, "Yo, I'm not here. Danger, run away." Like I'm opening through
Yeah, I
mid.
think I'm gonna start doing that because oh my gosh, you got one shotted. I think I'm gonna start doing that because I've noticed in a couple of games where I've lost where I'm like, dude, like objectives literally spawning. Why are we like taking the most like
Mhm.
dangerous like fucking route possible?
Yeah, exactly.
And then they get caught and it just fucking annoys me.
Yeah, I mean, the game's still fine. It does suck to lose your soul. I mean, like, but you still have 2 dragons, and you get 2 mid towers plus 2 kills, so you're very very strong. You have cleaver. We try to help this guy. Jax just dies. We leave. Wait for space for cleaver. Don't know about tab eyes this game. Let me press tab just because they have a soul volibear. Um, even then they have like Nami who does a lot of AP and has CC. Viego has W, which is CC technically. MF isn't really an auto attack based AD carry because she just goes lethality and all her damage is from like her Q and her ult, right? So
Hmm.
and Viego's and you're way stronger than Viego. So, and again, normally Wukong struggles versus MR champs because his passive gives him 8 armor, right? So it's like Graves. So usually Wukong has no problem versus 80 champs. His only problem is versus AP. So I think I would definitely go Mercs this game. Or if it's oh shit, you want to start with QE, not EQ here. It'd be W, and you see how like you're not you're still invis. You could literally walk a little bit and then just you talked about the other day how you want to QE because then if he flashes then you could E ult after him. But now you're forced to flash ult after him because you already used your EC. Because right now imagine you didn't flash, you just walk. Maybe you won't reach because it's MF, but also don't forget to ult because it gives movement speed. Okay, nice. It's a lot. Like your full combo flash just for the misfortune kill. When now these guys are all here. You also have no vision on any of them. Like maps fog. Malphite Jax around here. It's I think you should honestly just be happy. If you just QE, he has to flash away. You don't even have to ult. If he doesn't flash, you're just gonna kill him with auto attacks and Qs. He has to just flash you away from you, just from your autos. So here I would just auto attack this guy to death, and then he flashes, and then we just run away. We just have no teammate, no teammate. Even Kaisa's not here yet. We have no really that good vision. We haven't seen an enemy team in like 20 years. This is just too much. This is
Okay.
probably like
Yeah, I was trying to get a. My mindset was to get a pick before Atacon, but
you just need full vision. If you see everyone, and also Asol isn't Asol, he's like Asol like TF. She could just fly to anything. Um, then like let's say you saw Asol, Volley, and Viego all top right now, like on where Volibear is, and then I think this is completely fine to do, right? You haven't seen Viego in 20 years, you haven't seen Asol in 20 years, you haven't even seen Nami in 20 years. Your teammates aren't with you besides just Nautilus. It just we don't have the information to do it. That's it.
okay.
I think the enemy team not doing Otacon is insane. I see no reason why they couldn't have done it. You're dead. Kaisa's dead. They can just. Nautilus is 1 HP. I see no reason why Asol and Viego can't just 2 minutes. So I think you're super, super lucky. Okay, but now MF has no flash. Let me pull it. Let's watch this fight. You canceled your ult kind of early there. Like kind of early, insanely early. You got barely 1 tick off.
Okay, that's what happened. Okay.
The thing is, the problem is you need a Q ult. The thing is, you're just ulting. So then you're like, oh, should I get my Q off? But then you're canceling your ult with your Q. You see? Like here, you didn't see how you didn't use your Q.
Yeah.
So it's always Q ult, Q ult. So here, the first Q ult was good, and now here I would W. Honestly, you should walk a little more to position your clone better, because here your clone might not be in Q range. I would walk slightly more, so my clone's here, and then W, and then this will be double Q guaranteed. It's always playing for double Q. So here I think this in here, then you didn't even press Q. I mean before ulting. So here I would Q double Q. I think this Q should reach double Q and then ult, and this MF will get one shot by your Qs and double ult, and then you could play into the ASOL. But here you're forced to keep hitting the MF. Um, so and then this is probably the game losing fight because you guys get ace, and then you guys lose Otacon, I'm assuming. Yeah. So I mean this is the game winning fight. This is the game that decides the fight. And again, it's all about your clone usage, and it's all about your playing for Q. I also think that I think you played for maximum damage from this Otacon. You just this 991 is all from Otacon. This one, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
That's so you just took 1,000 damage from Otacon. So obviously, if you didn't take that, you went to die to Viego. And then yeah, I think if you killed MF faster, get Triumph faster, then you could turn on the Asol or the Nami. You might be able to like conquer, sustain out. Um, but just again, WQ. I think not having flash for teamfights is really bad as well. Like I think your flash is really really important. Like you should be thinking about your flash like a Diana or like a Mumu flash. Like your flash can like solo win your team fights by just being able to flash in. Because you have to understand here. I understand why you W'd. You definitely W'd with the mindset of I need to cancel this MF ult as soon as possible. That's why you W'd instantly, right? But you're losing so much Q damage by W like this. So a lot of times if you look at like a pro Wukong VODs, they would rather flash to engage a fight than W to engage a fight because they'd rather they're saving their W for damage is that important. Where they need like a gap closer to reach someone, like instead of W-ing someone, they'll just flashy someone and just save their W for either the escape or for R positioning or for Q positioning. You know, um,
Okay.
so but I think so. This fight's bad, but I think the bigger problem isn't actually this fight. It's burning your conditions 1 minute prior on the misfortune. So now you have no flash for the Otacon. You know. Uh,
Yeah.
and you should always be happy trading like just getting her flashier because now if you don't flash after her and just let her live, um, now when you pull this Otacon, even eventually, either right now or if you pull this Otacon a minute from now, now MF no flash, so you could just EQ ult, and if she ever, and then you could just flash on her then, and then you'll do EQ ult, flash, W Q ult, you know? Um,
I shouldn't even have to. I think honestly, I didn't even need to flash if I just didn't walk back into the bush either. If I
mhm,
kept going up, because
yeah,
she only has one way to escape.
yeah, especially
That's kind
with
of
ult movement speed, like you'll just ult after her, you know? That's also why I love Cleaver Try because they both give you movement speed. So you're getting double movement speed. Like you have to understand. I know you're new to this Cleaver second because you're doing it because I said that's what I do, right? Um, when you have Cleaver Try, you're way faster than both because both item passives gives you movement speed when you hit someone. So you're actually just like
okay.
a really fucking fast champion. Randomly in combat. So I think after this, the game's probably it's just because they outscale you with Asol, and then they won this team fight, and they got Otacon, and then they also got the last dragon. So now your stolen con's kind of out the window, and now Otacon seals the deal, and your top's been losing this entire game. Game's obviously still winnable, but
Y-
before it was 55-45. Now I'd say it's like 40-60, just because Asol just scales so well.
Okay. Do you think it was bad to pull it when I did?
Let's
I
see.
kind of just went straight. I pressed tab after this fight if you need like
Nah,
context.
if they didn't, if I only like this if it's like a sneak or like they have no vision. But when you see there's a ward, yeah, you just can't pull. Cause you literally pull it on vision. Um, and then they'll yeah. I always say I want some sort of clear advantage before pulling it. Maybe here you feel pressure because like Jax just died again. So like oh fuck if we don't pull it then Volley's gonna like just push off for free or something. So maybe you feel pressure, but
Yeah.
I think if you're sneaking it's not the worst. But I think when you're doing it on vision, then there's like no chance that it's gonna work. Cause here like by the time Viego came, it was already 4K. So if we could have just done like 2K extra damage before Viego got here, we could have just one shot like we could have just sneaked that. That's what sneaking means, just killing it before the jungle gets here. And I do think if you guys didn't start on vision, you would have easily got 2,000 more damage off. Right? So I think here you clear vision, then you go take Raptors, and then if you ever see Viego show mid or top for even half a second, then you just insta pull again. Not again. Then you'll
Right.
insta pull. So yeah, probably not. If you had flash up here, then I'd be like, yeah, yeah, sure. But with no flash, um, Malphite's not here at the start of the fight. You don't even have crazy vision control. Like you have a single ward of their blue buff, right? Then yeah, probably just not a great pull opportunity. Like you'll find an opportunity in the future, most likely.
Okay.
And our flash is up in 2 minutes, and then that's gonna make it way easier and less stressful as well. So yeah, probably don't have to pull here. Again, I think it's still probably maybe winnable if you use your W better. But probably not the best pull opportunity. I agree with you on that.
Okay.
And I think now the game's not over, but I think when they get Otacon and then the third dragon. Oh no, you actually stole it. Nice. Oh no, you just snuck it. See, this is a nice sneak. Boom. Let's the start of the fight. What happened here? Oh, nice. We just did a fucking Malphite Wukong double engage. No, this is good. I didn't see this. This is nice. Then we insta pull. We get the third dragon. Nice. Then we have Solincon. Baron's up. Now we have flash up. Game gets outside of Baron. Oh, they just do Baron while we're chasing this guy. Well, yeah, well, this isn't good. Especially when you see Nami and MF here. Like, you see them on river. Like, why are they near Baron River besides doing Baron? This is the only reason why they would be up here. So if your team wants to or two-man this Volibear, nice, then I'm just going to go top Baron by myself. And at the very worst case scenario, like, you're a jungle. You could always 50-50. You have Malphite and Jax topside too, so you guys can 3v4 it. Malphite, you saw the last fight. they have Misfortune Nami, two immobiles. So if it's ever like Malphite ult into Wukong ult, I see no reason why you can't like pseudo contest or at the very least get into the pit with. You can always get into pit with W flash E ult, and then 50-50 it.
Yeah.
So probably not. I think once you lose Otacon and then Baron, this game looks really really hard to play. So I don't know. I think this game was just the Otacon sequence that really made it fall apart.
Okay.
It was a really
But
close game. So when you lose Otacon in a close game, it's just gonna snowball. Especially when they have like a super scaler like Asol. It just it almost it just